Hello. So today I'll be talking about like struct in Solidity. Basically, it's just like struct in our language. Nothing really different about it in major ways, right? You define, the name of your struct, the types, the name, blah blah blah, and you can set it. There are different ways to set the name. You can set it. I think the one I prefer is. I think I prefer this one, the short one, whereby you just create the object directly. The name, we created a struct this way. Age, first name and last name, you just pass it, age, first name and last name, boom. Now, a struct object can be anything except the struct itself. So, for example, this struct can have any kind of object, integer, string, address. It can have other structs, provided it's not itself. So it cannot have itself as a member. Now it can have an array of itself as a member, but it cannot have itself as a member. It can also have a mapping as a member. Yeah. So this is just talking about like you can use a struct in mapping, right? So mapping is like, for those who are coming from another language, mapping is like dictionary, right? Sort of, right? Now, one other thing also is that let's go about talk about the storage of struct. Now, struct is very weird in assignment, right? Now, when you're defining struct, especially like uh, in a local concept, like in a function, like a local variable, you have to specify, how do you want the struct to be stored? Do you want it stored as a storage, memory, and call data, right? Right. So basically, as a storage, it's if you set create a new define a new struct variable and you set an existing struct to it, it since you're specifying storage here, it's going to only store the reference to this, right? It's only going to store the reference to this inside this guy, right? Now, if you change that and you change it to like memory, right? If we do memory, it's going to simply do like a copy, right? It's going to keep do like a copy and store that in memory, right? So when you're using memory, basically to make a copy, whenever you're using like um sorry storage, it just is like it's simply going to use a reference. Now let's talk about call data. Where is call data? This wasn't referenced here, right? So those are the two ones I'm going to be talking about right now. Now the delete keyword is more like a reset. If you want to reset struct, basically you're resetting the struct. You're not doing anything. Boom, anything interesting with it. So as you can see, struct is it's just like a normal object, except certain rules like the reset. Things like it's public, if if it's storage, if it's memory. So those are some of the minor differences that I see, right? Like I always said, I'm still learning, I'm still picking up stuff. So I might notice some other new things about Struct that wasn't mentioned in this video. So try to look into that resource to learn more about Struct. But in most cases in a contract, these are some of the ways that you're going to be dealing with Struct. All right, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'm going to see you next video.